Hello everyone, welcome to Ajiro Tech. Ajiro Tech. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Cambridge IGCSE Information and Communication Technology with the course code 0417. And we're looking at paper 2 presentations, May-June 2024. The second variant, 22. So please, let's proceed. The instructions are very important, so please go through the instructions. Yes, the video for document production has already been produced, and the link for the video will be right here in this description. Okay. The same thing for database. Okay, so the video production for database has already been produced, and the link will also be there in the description. So let's proceed to presentations. Task 5, presentation. You're going to create a short presentation. All slides must have a consistent layout and formatting. When we talk about consistent layout and formatting, we are simply saying that all the slides needs to have a title and a bulleted list. In terms of the font, if the font that was coded with it is serif or sans serif, it has to be the same across. Okay, so this is very important. Step 18, create a presentation. The word here, create, is a command word which means to import, okay? Which means to import or to open. Please take note, okay? So we are not creating a blank presentation. No, we are not. When you hear the word create, we're simply saying we are importing or we are opening it, okay? And the recommended software for carrying out presentations, okay, according to chapter 13 layout, is the Microsoft PowerPoint. It's right there on your textbook, right? Okay, so please take note of that. So now let's proceed. So we are to create a presentation of 6 slides using the file J2422 study.rtf. Okay, I already have it here. Now there are 2 ways to do this. Okay, I'm just going to open this. Now I can right click on this. Okay, right click on it and I'll open with PowerPoint, which makes it super easy for you as a learner. Okay, and now the good news is I've already done the step-by-step guide on this. So check videos on presentations in May, June 2023, February, March 2023, October, November 2023 on my YouTube channel to see how those steps were done to actually have your PowerPoint here. Okay, and you will actually see something around those links there to just show you on the screen. Okay, so this is very, very important. Okay, but I'm just going to go to the other normal method. Okay, so I'm just going to open PowerPoint. Open PowerPoint. Okay, and I'm going to click on open, and then I'm going to click on browse, and I'll switch down to the source file. I think I have it here, 2024 June. Yes, I have it here. Now, notice that it's going to show blank. And the reason why it's showing blank is because it is not yet a PowerPoint document. So I'll click here to switch to all files, and then I'll scroll down to look for it. So I have it here. I'll click here, and then I'll click on open. So now I have this. Okay. So now we have the one mark. Okay. All slides must display a title and a bulleted list. So if you check this, okay, close this. Now, if you check this, you will see that slide 1, they have a title and a bulleted list. It has a title and a bulleted list. It has a title and a bulleted list, and it is 6 slides. Okay, so we didn't have to create anything. Step 19, use a master slide to display only the following features. So I'm just going to go to my view and I'll click on my slide master. Now all these are linked slides. So right, they are linked slides. Simply means that whatever you do here will only affect that single slide. Okay, so they're all linked to the parent slide. So right here, the parent slide simply means that whatever I place into the slide, it will reflect on all other slides. Okay, so whatever goes into any of the placeholders will reflect across board. Okay, let me show you an example. So if I just insert any shape here, let me do this. You see that it cut across all the link slides. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. All right. All right, so now, so what are we doing here? They said a thick black 3 to 4 point wide horizontal line across the full width of the slide. So let's do that. So what I'll do here is I'm going to click on insert shapes, and I have my line here. Now to draw a straight line, you hold your shift on your keyboard right at the beginning here, and then you draw the straight line. Okay, but if you don't want to draw the line, or probably want to draw something like this, and okay, you're just being, a very good student, you want to draw a line like this, it's still fine. So for you to have a horizontal line, it simply means that the height here has to be what? 0. Please take note of that. The height here has to be what? 0. So if I make it 0, now I have a straight line. If I want to draw a vertical line, it simply means that what? My width has to be what? 0. Okay. So now I'm going to click on the line. Then my shape outline is going to be black, and the weight is going to be what? Let's say 3 to 4. So I'm going to work with 3. Okay. Across the full width. Position this line above the slide titles about 3 centimeters from the top. Now, for us to be able to have 3 centimeters from the top, this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to go to my insert, get a line here, and just probably hold my shift just to draw a line here. And then I'm going to make this 3 centimeters. Okay, I'll make this 3 centimeters. So I want to check, is this from? Yes. So I'm going to make this 3 centimeters. All right. And I'll take this right here, and I'm going to place it here. Okay. Use my arrow key. All right. So there we have the 3 centimeters. And now I have to adjust this. So I'm going to adjust this to 3.5. Bring this down. Now, if you don't have the ruler, click on your view and then click on grid lines. Ruler rather, you can check the ruler. You can see this. So if you don't have it, just check the ruler and then you have it. Okay. So I'm just going to move this down a bit. Bring this down. Okay. So now I can take this off. All right. Okay, let me see. I don't want anything to be there. So let me just make it close to 3 centimeters and then bring this down. Okay, I'm okay with this. This is better. All right. So this is a 3 centimeter from the top. Make sure the line does not overlap any slide data. All right. Above the line, enter the text, organic crop farming. So I'll copy this, enter the text. So I'm going to insert my text box, and I'm going to paste what I've copied. Okay. In a 32-point black font, 32-point black font. Okay. Align to the top right of the slide. Top right. Okay. Top right. Okay, I'm just going to make it top right, and I can bold it. Okay, so I have this here. Okay, so let's say organic crop. Now I will check the, okay, I'm just going to work with this. So let me see. Align to the top right. Make sure the slide do not overlap. In a 32-point black font. Okay, 32-point black font wasn't. Let me just leave it like this. I think this is fine since it wasn't specified that we should bold it. So let me just leave it there. Okay, so we have the automatic slide number on the top left. So automatic slide number on the top left. So what I would do is insert header and footer, the slide number. Okay, so what else? Has your name, center number, candidate number. So I'm going to check this to add our names, comma space AN017, comma space 2024. And I'll apply to all. Okay, so I have this. So now what I would do here is, let me just reduce this a bit. Okay, so what I would do here, make 60, then just do this. Good. So what I'll do here is I'm going to click here, hold my shift, click here, and then go to home. I'll bold it and then make it black. Probably increase the font size to maybe 18. Good. That's fine by me. Now, depending on your name, if your name is too long, you probably want to make it 14 or 16. Okay, so it's fine. But here you can make it 16 as well. So your choice. Okay. So what I'll do, this is top left. So I'm going to move this. Please, the alignment is very important. Okay, top left, home, and I'm going to make it. So I want you to see this. I'm going to make it left. I'm going to adjust this a bit. I want this to be in the same alignment. Let me see. So I'll probably bring this down a bit. Okay, that's fine. Let me get my grid lines to check. Okay. Let me see. I'm okay with this. Let me zoom in to see. Let me see this. What to say a bit. Okay, so that's fine. All right. So I'm going to zoom out and then have it at 60. All right. So now they said your name, center number, candidate number. So this can be anywhere, right? I'll just leave it the way it is. Okay. Step 20, use the data in the file. Okay, so we're done with this. Make sure that the master slide item appears in the same position on every slide. No item overlap on any slide. So what I would do here is, we're done with this. So I'm just going to click on view and then go to normal. And now we can see this appearing in the same position. Okay. Appearing in the same position across the slides. So this is what we want. Very important. Okay. So nothing is being overlapped, and that is what I want. Let me check something real quick. Let me see this. Parent slide, very important. Okay, I'm fine with that. I just wanted to check. All right. Step 20. Use the data in the file J2422 area.csv to create a vertical bar chart. Okay. So area. So I'm going to open it in Excel. I'm going to click the right angle at the top left to select both the columns and row, and between the column A and B, double click so that everything is good. Okay, so what's the next thing to do? This must compare the size of organic farmland by region for only the years 2023 and 2013 and 2023. Okay, so I'm going to do this 2013 and hold my control 2023, and I would select the region as well. Okay, so I have by region for only. So the region on the category axis. Okay. So now I'll click on insert right here on the 2D columns, and I'm going to create the vertical bar chart. So I have this right here. Okay. Now the next thing is the region on the category axis. So we already have the region here on the category axis. All right. The values on the value axis. So we have the values here. So these are the values, and they're here 1 point, 1 point. Okay. A legend showing the years. So now we need the legends here. So what I will do is I'm going to click here, right click, select data. Okay. Let me do it again. I'm going to right click here, select data. So right here, I'm going to click on edit. Okay. Right here, and then I will choose the first one here, right, which is 2013. So I'm going to click on okay. So we have the first one there. All right. And then I'm going to click on okay. For series 2, I'll click on edit, click here and select this 2023, and I'll click on okay. And I'll click on okay. So I have this. So now we can always check to see that we are actually doing the right thing. So you see that here we have, okay, let me do this. Here we have 3.6 for, let's go to Oceana. So you can see that for Oceana, we have 17, okay, and for 2023, we have 35. So that is fine by me. Step 21, label the chart with a chart title, regional distribution of organic farmland. So I'll copy this chart title, Control A, Control V. Okay. So I'll click here, go to home. I'm clicking the line, click the line, bold it, and then make it black. All right. Now, the next thing is the value axis title, millions, hectares. So I'll copy this. So I'm going to click on my chart element. I'll go to my axis title. Now for your value axis, this is going to be what your category, this is going to be what we have the, look at it here, axis title here. So we have the primary horizontal, and then we have the primary vertical. So this is going to be your primary vertical. Okay. For your y-axis or your value axis is going to be the primary vertical, while your category is going to be the primary horizontal. So I have this. So I'm going to click here, Control A, Control V. Okay. So I'll just click on the line, make it bold, and then make it black. Okay. Step 22, display only the data values above each bar. Okay. So my chart element, data labels, outside end. Okay. Above each bar. All right. Display only data labels values above each bar. Format all data labels to display one decimal place. I knew something was wrong. So so let's format it to one decimal place. So I have more options. Okay. So I have numbers here. So I'm going to choose number. Okay. So I have that for numbers, and I'm going to make this one decimal place. So I have this for the first set, one decimal place. And then let's have the other set. Okay. So for the other set, I'll click the other set, right? Since we have two bars, and I'll come here to change it from number here. Change this right here under the number section. The category is going to be number, and then scroll down to decimal places. You type in 1, and then you hit on your tab. Okay, so now this is balanced, and then I can close this. Okay, so now we have this. So this is a bit better. All right. Format the value axis scale to display. So I'm going to click this right here, right click, format axis. So the minimum is 0, okay, and the maximum of 42. So I have the maximum here, 42. So I'll hit on my tab. Okay, then increment of 7. So we have 7 here. So I'll hit on my tab. Okay. So I'm going to close this. So now we have this. So we have minimum of 0, increment of 7, and the maximum of 42. So now I'm going to save this file, save as, and I'm just going to save it as an Excel workbook, right? You can actually do it here as well. So I'll click on save. Place the chart to the left of the bullet on the slide with the title Global Statistics. So I'm going to copy this. I'll look for Global Statistics. So I have it here. So it's going to be the left of the bullet. So I'm going to adjust this. Please ensure that your measurement unit is in centimeters, right? So I've done a video of this in the version 21. I've done how to ensure your measurement unit is what in metrics and not in US. So I'm going to adjust this to using my ruler to, okay, I'll just make it to be 0. Okay, so I'll make it to be, let me see, is it 0? Yes. Okay, and now I'm going to right click the chart and I'm going to use destination team. Okay, and I'm going to move this here. Please ensure that it's in the same alignment. Undo my work. You have to be very careful. Okay, and I'll adjust this here a little bit. Okay, let's look at it. I think I'm okay with this. Yeah, let me see. Let me just check it a bit. Okay, I think this is fine. All right. Make sure that no words are split. Okay, so there are no words split. Okay, what else? All data and labels are fully visible. So data and labels right here, they are fully visible. The chart and its content do not overlap. Yes, they don't overlap. Step 25. Add the following text as a presenter or speaker note to the slide with the title Global Statistics. I'm going to do this. India has the most organic farmers in the world. So I'm going to highlight this with a full stop, copy this. Now this is going to be left aligned. If it's going to be center, it will be here. If it's going to be right, it will be here. Okay. So now I'm going to do this. So what I'll do, I'll go to my view and I'll go to my note page. Okay. And I'll click here and I'll just paste. Okay. And I'll click on my view and I'll click on normal. Okay. So I have this. Print only the slide as presenter or speaker note. So we're printing only this. So I'll click on my file. Okay. And then print. Now I'm going to go to my full page and I'll change this to what? The note page. Now take note of this. It will show 2 of 6. Now there are 2 ways to do this. You can either change this to print selection, print current slide, because that's the slide I'm currently on, or you can actually choose the slide number. So if you go to file and you go to print, it's a note page, you can choose the slide number and you can actually do that. So I'm going to print this. Please, your printer has to be Microsoft Print to PDF. So please take note of that. So I'm going to print this. And this is going to be 2.2. Yes. Okay, so this is going to be print out. Okay, it's going to be print out note page. Okay, note page or speaker note, whichever one. So note page or speaker note. So I have this. Now the next one is, this is the most difficult question in presentation. Step 26, save the presentation. My God, it's okay. I'm shivering right now. Okay, so this is what you need to do, right? So you click on file, just click on save, literally right here. Click on file, click on save. It takes you to save as. Okay, and then you can browse for it. Okay, and then switch to, just leave the name like this. You can try to put in any name or leave this one, your choice. Okay, and then I would switch to this and scroll down to my folder Okay, so I have this and I'll save it. Now we now have a PowerPoint document. Why study organic farming? All right. Now print all slides in portrait orientation with 6 slides to the page. Okay. So now we have the print layout and we have the handout. So take note of that. Okay. So if I go to my file and I go to my print, now for my print layout, we have the following. We have full page, note page, and outline. For the handout, we have 1 slide, 2 slide, 3 slides. Now, when it comes to first slide, we have it to be first slide horizontal, first slide vertical. Now, first slide horizontal simply means that it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 slides horizontal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if it's vertical, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's for first slide vertical, or 6 slides vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hope that makes sense. So we're going to have it 6 slides of the page. So I'll go to 6 slides horizontal. Now notice that it's not showing that because I have it to print current slide. So I will switch this to what all slides. So now we have it. Okay. And very importantly, I want to stress this. Take note of this. Your date is important. 2 things you need to take note of. Your date has to be on the recent date as of the time of the examination. That's 1. 2, it has to be in the structure DMY, which is your date, month, year. If this is not so, right, you would, if it's not the current date, it's examination malpractice, right? And the advice is there. I give the advice, the tips for the advice for people to advise to my students so they know it has to be on the correct day because they will see it as examination malpractice when you are submitting. Because then again, you're submitting your printout and there's no proof to show that I was actually doing it that time because your date is saying otherwise. So please take note of this. Okay, very important. So now I can go ahead to print this. Okay, so I'll click on print. Ajiro Tech. If you have not subscribed to Ajiro Tech, you're just missing a lot. So do that, right? So I'll click on print and I'm going to print this here. Okay, so this is going to be print out. Okay, print out, and I have 6 slides. Handout of 6 slides. Okay, so now I can click on what? My save. So I'm going to save this and I'll close this. Your Excel, save and close. Now let's see what we have done. Okay, so let's see what we have done. So let's open the 6 slides and let's also open the note page or the speaker notes. So these are 6 slides here. So you can see that this is, we choose the horizontal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could do vertical. That is also fine. So we have this and also we have this as well. All right. Thank you very much. Do want to subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video with your friends and to your classmates. Okay. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.